Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello my lovely students, how are you today? I hope you are excellent, you are getting healthier and getting fresher. Welcome to English for Primary 2. Are you ready to study, my students? But before study, let's do our first. Raise your hands up. Doa before studying. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Rabbi zidni ilman warzuqni fahman. Oh Allah, give me knowledge and good understanding. Amin. Okay, my students. For Primary 2, we are going to study English. In this time, we will study 2 units. Unit 11 about possessive adjective on your module, page 37 and 40. And Unit 12 about using will on your module, page 41 to 43. Okay, my students, we are going to start to study, but make sure that you have module on your own and your pencil, also your eraser. Okay, let's start. Let's go to the first unit about possessive adjective on your module, page 37. Okay, I am making 3 different columns: subject, possessive adjective, and reflective pronoun. Okay, now we are going to study subject first. Okay, my students, how many subjects do you know? Can you mention them? First, there are 7 subjects, and let's mention them together. The first is I. Okay, and then the second is you. And the third is we. Okay, remember, we is more than 1. And what is about number 4? They. Very good. And number 5, he. Number 6, she. And the last is it. Okay, that's very easy, right? Okay, let me repeat. There are 7 subjects: I, you, we, they, he, she, and it. Now we go to the second column about possessive adjective. Possessive adjective means adjective which show belonging. For example, I put book at the end of the sentence. I have a book, so it becomes my book. You have a book, so it becomes your book. We, it becomes our book. They, can you help me? It becomes their book. And he becomes his book. She becomes her book. And the last become its book. Okay, next for the reflective pronoun, there is no noun at the end of the sentence. So it shows reflection. For example, I can do it by myself. So I becomes myself. You becomes yourself. We becomes ourselves. They becomes their selves. And he becomes himself. So remember, this is not his self, but himself. She becomes herself. And the last, it becomes itself. Wow, that's very easy, right? Now, let's start to make a sentence and do the exercise on your module page 37 to 40. The next topic, bentar dulu ya. Okay, my students, we go to next unit. Unit 12 about using will. What do you know about will? Will is a word which tells about something which happens in the future. Future. So it doesn't happen right now. It will happen in the future. You can use tomorrow, next month, or 2 years later. And using will also describes a plan. Something that is in your mind, but you will do it later on. And the formula is subject plus will or will not, and followed by verb 1. I will give you the example. Now let's open your module page 41. Are you ready? Okay, I will read a poem for you. There is one poem which has 8 lines. So I will read it for you. Please pay attention. The sun will rise in the morning. The forecast says that it will snow. I promise I will be your teacher. You will learn a lot from me. I will touch you and keep on you. I will be there to save the day. You will be in my heart forever. I will never forget all the moments. Okay, my students, let's try to find out how many sentences using will in that poem. I will write it here and give you some examples. Okay, let's try to find out. The first is the sun will rise in the morning. Okay, in the second line, the forecast says that it will snow. Okay, and in the third line, I will be your teacher. Okay, so there are 3 examples of the sentence using will. Will rise, will snow, and will be. Okay, my students, those are the examples of using will. Now, you can try to do the practice or exercise on your module page 42 and 43. Good luck!
Unit 11 about possessive adjective. What is possessive adjective and how to use it in a sentence? Possessive adjective has three different columns. For subjects, there are I, you, we, they, he, she, and it. And for possessive adjective, my, your, our, their, his, her, and its. And for reflective pronouns, there are myself, yourself, ourselves, themselves, himself, herself, and itself. Let's see the exercise. There are many options in the box. My, his, her, your, our, their, and its. Let's see number 1. This is bike. Okay, now can you help? What is the answer? Okay, the answer is his. Next, number 2, her bike is pink. Number 3, this is its bone. And number 4, look at my door. Number 5, our new car is blue. And that's their house. And for the last one, is this your lollipop? Yes, it is my lollipop. It's very easy, right? Now we go to the next exercise. Read and complete the correct possessive adjectives. There are my, your, his, her, our, their, and its. For number 1, now we go to Unit 12 about using will. Now let's do the exercise on your module page 42. Please rearrange this word using will. There are 5 numbers, so let's do it together. Number 1, touch, you, will, and I. So it becomes, I will touch you. Number 2, lot from, you, will, learn, and me. So it becomes, you will learn a lot of from me. And number 3, rise, I, will, morning, in the. So it becomes, I will rise in the morning. Number 4, teacher, promise, I will be, I, your. So it becomes, I promise I will be your teacher. And the last sentence, forever will you in my heart. So it becomes, you will be in my heart forever. Wow, that's easy, right? Now, for the next exercise, Complete each sentences using will. There is one example in number 1. My dad will craft a boat tomorrow. So that's very easy. You just put will after subject. And number 2, it becomes I will pack my bags next week. Number 3, he will paint the house next month. Number 4, Sarah will cook breakfast tomorrow. Number 5, Rahma will live in Florida next year. Number 6, Dania will visit her village next week. Number 7, she will swim in the pool tomorrow afternoon. Number 8, the baby will drink the milk tonight. Number 9, we will walk on the street tomorrow. And number 10, Zaki will play soccer next 2 weeks. Wow, that's very easy, right?
Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. We have finished our lesson today about 2 units. Unit 11 about possessive adjective and Unit 12 about using will. I hope you enjoy the exercise and enjoy the class. Okay, my students, because we have finished our discussion today, let's close by reciting hamdalah and dua after studying. Raise your hands up. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika asyhadu alla ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Amin. See you next time, my students. Bye-bye. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.